Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I made a memory about your dad. He's in a book. Whoa, whoa. He has a history of skimming past all the pages of ageless confessional shit.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. So Jace and Dedeker, how are y'all doing today? It is a bright new day. Deuteronomy is here.
I know, we're excited to start reading this next book, Deuteronomy, which, okay, here's the deal. I remember in Sunday school, growing up, we had like a thing we were doing for a while, which was memorizing all the books of the Bible in order. And I didn't go to this particular church long enough to get through the whole series, which is why I don't have them all memorized in order. But I remember they had a little thing they would act out, as well as like a picture.
What?
That would help to be a mnemonic for like what the book's name was and what it was about. And all I remember is that for Deuteronomy, it was a picture of these stone tablets with like arms and legs, like little, personified tablets running on somebody.
On somebody.
Like, to run on me was the like
my
mnemonic.
Goodness.
Okay, that's a little bit of a stretch, right?
But you remembered it.
I remembered it,
to this day.
But I don't remember what it was about. I don't remember any of the details. So it was only so effective.
Well, Deuteronomy does specifically mean something in Greek.
What?
It means second law.
Jace said that we're going to get some more laws here. So
Yeah, we're going to get some more laws. I'm willing to bet some of those laws are going to be repeats.
Or maybe updates.
Some updates. Yeah, that's possible too. That's definitely possible. Yeah. But yeah, it's Deuteronomy time.
Yeah, I mean, do we like where did our people leave off last time? Like, where have we left our Israelites as we go into this book? Emily, do you remember?
They have 12 separate locations where the tribes are going to be, and they've killed a lot of people.
Yep.
And they've taken over a lot of stuff. Are they still not in the Promised Land?
Still,
Did they just,
I think
like,
they've just made a lot of plans for what they're going to do.
They've just mapped out, but they haven't actually gotten there.
I'm pretty sure we were supposed to understand that they've gotten there, that they did do that.
But I thought that Moses isn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Moses hasn't died yet. We haven't gotten the death of Moses. So
he's going to die in this book. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
he's
got to happen. This is the last. This is the last book in the Torah.
Yeah.
So he's got to.
Oh yeah. Wow. Like, what is there after the Torah?
The whole rest of the Bible.
much more is left. So much more is left.
Wow. All right, so on this, the most auspicious day of Deuters, what are we all drinking?
Well, I'm trying out a new flavor of Chuhai today. This one is Kirin the Strong, is the sort of brand name. And this is a new flavor they have called Lime Mojito.
Does it taste like a lime mojito?
Kind of. I mostly get lime and not quite as much of the mintiness.
Well, that's good, because that's usually my least favorite part of a mojito.
Oh, see, that's to
you
me.
Don't
I'm
like
like,
mint?
Just give me like a bucket full of mint with a little bit of
mint. No, listen, I love mint, and I love plants in my drink. Okay,
so
like Jace can attest to this. I love having tons of leaves in my drink: basil, mint, cilantro, whatever. There's something about mojitos, the combination of the mint with the sugar with the alcohol, that makes it taste like cough syrup to me, and I hate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well,
yeah,
I hope that you like it, Jace.
I like it.
What
it's
about
great.
you?
Let's
what
see.
are you drinking?
I'm drinking a beer, a Japanese beer called Bokubiru Kimibiru, which means me beer, you beer.
Me beer, you beer.
Me beer, you beer has a really cute little frog drawing on it.
That's adorable.
Seems like a
I love it.
Seems like a very friendly
Wow.
beer from what I can tell.
How beautiful.
Yeah.
He has a little hat. Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's kind of it's got I don't know how to taste beer.
It's like a wheat beer, right?
Yeah, but it has a little bit of some amber overtones. That's what I taste, which I actually really like. It really does
Fascinating.
taste like a beer for you and me.
Were you aware that amber is the color of your energy?
It is right now when I'm drinking this beer.
Okay.
That's true. It is. What am I drinking? What does this say? Whoa. This is a huge refuge brewery.
What?
Cool.
What is it actually called?
Refuge. See what I
Oh, I
see?
see. It's like
Oh.
written around the can.
I
That
see.
is
Yeah, I had to
odd,
turn the can to friggin' figure out what this is. It's called Baja Crush, and it's an unfiltered IPA. Basically everything that Dedeker would not like.
I like
but it's really
unfiltered
good.
things, but IPAs not so much.
yeah?
Sounds great to me. I'd like to try it.
Yeah, it has this like fun mosaic thing on it. I like it. It's
yeah.
very.
Nice.
It reminds me of a skyline in
Lovely.
Arizona.
Lovely.
very
Does it
nice.
taste like a skyline in Arizona?
Sure, why not?
What would
Yes.
a skyline in Arizona taste like?
Earthy, colorful,
Dry.
hot,
Hot. Yeah.
and dry.
Mostly hot.
Yeah,
Okay.
sweet.
So today we are starting Deuteronomy, and we're just reading 2 chapters today, and neither of
Got to
them
start
are.
them off slow.
Yeah, neither of them are that long. So I don't think this will be a super long episode, which is probably good since last week we had that epically long episode where we got through. We did our season finale for Numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. We
So,
did. All right.
As we start reading, we want to remind everybody to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can read along with us, or you can listen to us while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time. And with that, Deuteronomy 1.
Woo!
These are the words which Moses spoke to all Israel beyond the Jordan in the wilderness in the Arabah. What does that say? Arabah.
Araba?
You know just as well as we do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it's like a word that was on the SATs that y'all know.
Not any SATs that I took.
Wow.
In the Arabah, over against Suf, between Paran and Tophiel, and Laban, and Hazeroth, and Dizahab. It is 11 days' journey from Horeb by way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea.
Barnacles.
But yeah, exactly. I was like, that's a barnacle right
All right,
there.
so we're just like, okay, we've got a really clear picture of where this is happening. Great.
Yeah,
So super
definitely.
clear.
I know exactly what they're talking about. No problem.
Yep.
It happened in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spoke to the children of Israel, according to all that Yahweh had given him in commandment to them, after he had struck Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth at Edrei. Wait, he struck him? Why did he strike this guy?
Edrei? Idris Elba?
Edrei?
Idrei? Yeah, I think
Edrei.
these are the kings that they conquered.
Oh, okay.
They struck them
It's just weird.
dead.
I see. It's not like he just like slapped these men around.
No.
Not quite. Okay. Yeah. All right. Beyond the Jordan, in the land of Moab, began Moses to declare this law, saying, oh, just like a random law, this law.
I
Boy.
think by this law they mean this
Whole
law, this whole book.
Oh man, we're just going to throw the Torah at these people. Okay. All right. Saying, so this law saying, Yahweh, our God, spoke to us in Horeb, saying, you have lived long enough in this mountain. Turn you and take your journey and go to the hill country of the Amorites and to all the places near thereunto in the Arabah, in the hill country, and in the lowland, and in the south, and by the seashore, the land of the Canaanites, and Lebanon, Oh,
A modern name.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is. As far as the great river, the river Euphrates.
So
right?
just go
Yeah.
everywhere.
Also,
Just go
yeah.
nuts. Every single place.
Behold, I have set the land before you. Go in and possess the land which Yahweh swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them and to their seed after them. I spoke to you.
Do we drink whenever they talk about seed? That probably is one that we came up with before.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll drink for seed.
God.
You know what Moses is talking about, your seed.
Yep.
Okay. I spoke to you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. Wait, this is God or Moses?
I think this is Moses' aside now.
Oh, okay.
Because he's saying, so
okay.
God said all this.
And then Moses is like, guys, yeah, I spoke to you at the time saying, I'm not able to bear you myself alone. Yahweh your God has multiplied you, and behold, you are this day as the stars for the sky for multitude. Oh, didn't he say that to
Abraham.
Yeah.
Abraham.
That was the promise
to
to Abraham.
Okay.
Yes.
This is actually, I'm a little frightened. Because if you remember, Yahweh made that promise to Abraham. And for generations, every time God's been like, I am sick of you people. I'm just going to kill you all. Whoever the patriarch is has been like, wait. Remember when you promised to Abraham that you would give us this? And God's like, I did, didn't I? Okay, fine. And here he's saying like, yeah, look, it's happened.
I held up my side of the bargain.
And now Yahweh can do anything.
Oh,
no.
Deal's over.
Has Yahweh not been able to do anything that he wanted to anyways?
Of course he is, but for some reason he's been able to be talked out of it.
He's like he's honor bound to his promise.
Yes.
I guess. But now all bets are off.
All bets are up, exactly. So, all right. Yahweh, the God of your fathers, make you 1,000 times as many as you are and bless you as he has promised you. How can I myself alone bear your encumbrance and your burden and your strife?
It's like, how can I deal with all of you?
Yeah, you're terrible.
There's so many now.
Again, is this Yahweh or Moses?
This is
now.
Moses.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, Moses, I guess, Moses is over these people by this time.
That's how I'm reading it, at least.
Yeah.
That it was Moses saying, because Moses said, I spoke to you at that time,
I got y'all
saying,
out.
I'm not able to bear you alone. This is all Moses still talking. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I can't do this alone, basically.
Yeah.
Take wise men of understanding and well known according to your tribes, and I will make them heads over you.
I see.
All right, so
just sort of establishing kind of he's not the leader of everyone, but kind of like tribal governments or states, if you will, city-states, maybe.
I like that. Yeah, okay. So you answered me and said, the thing which you have spoken is good for us to do. So I took the heads of your tribes, wise men and known, and made them heads over you, captains of thousands and captains of hundreds, and captains of 50s and captains of 10s, and officers according to your tribes.
Do you remember?
What?
Do you remember this
Yes, I remember this.
from back in like Exodus?
Yeah. I thought it was sooner than that. I thought it was.
I
in
feel like it
Leviticus.
was more recent.
Yeah, that there were captains of 10s and hundreds and stuff like that.
Didn't Exodus happen before Leviticus?
Yes. But I think it
you
happened
mean more
recently.
Yes. I see. Got it. Yeah. But remember that thing where he kind of set up that whole system of like, this is your sort of smallest grouping and you go to this wise person and if they can't answer, then you go up the chain to the next one. Kind of setting up the like court of appeals.
So it's like hierarchy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like your like county courthouse and then your state courthouse and then your, Supreme Court or something like that.
Yeah, so he's about to talk about this again because he knows that we forgot, kind of.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get it again. Thanks, old Moses. Thank you. I charged your judges at that time, saying, hear the causes between your brothers, and judge righteously between a man and his brother, and the sojourner who is with him. You shall not show partially in judgment. You shall hear partiality. You shall not show partiality. You shall not be partial to one or the other, I guess. In judgment, you shall hear the small and the great alike And you shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is God's. And the cause that is too hard for you, you shall bring to me, and I will hear it.
Well,
I
that's nice.
command you it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm like, Moses, how long are you going to be on this story still? Really, though, because we all know.
Wow,
Jeez.
Emily, are you
What?
sick of Moses?
No, he just didn't. Isn't he going to die?
He is slated for death. Yes.
Yeah,
Yahweh
that
was
has
very,
been-
was very
Exactly.
clear. You're going to do these things, and then you're going to
Exactly.
die. So
So I'm like, okay, how much more does he have?
you're just
to
anticipating. Yeah. Okay.
You know,
I am.
It is funny. I'm just looking back here, and we first met Moses at the beginning of Exodus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was in December of last year.
Oh, he's been with us at
See?
least 6 months.
So
Many more months,
More-
actually.
more months, like 9 months.
Almost 9 months.
almost 10 months actually
Wow.
of Moses. So yeah, I mean, we've been with this same dude for a while.
Amazing.
We were with Joseph
Okay,
for
so you're
a
saying
mere
that
month.
Emily's
I'm
justified.
just prepping.
in being sick
I'm just
of Moses.
prepping myself.
Yeah, okay.
For the inevitable. Okay? Just prepping. So, all right, Moses, whatever. Here we go. So, where was I? You journeyed? We
You're at
journeyed?
18. 18,
Cool.
verse 18.
I command you at that time all the things which you should do. We journeyed from Horeb, and went through all that great and terrible wilderness which you saw, by the way, to the hill country of the Amorites, as Yahweh our God commanded us, and we came to Kadesh Barnea.
What?
Barnea. Chronicles of Barnea.
Barnea.
Okay.
I said to you, you are come to the hill country of the Amorites, which Yahweh our God gives to us. Behold, Yahweh your God has sent the land before you. Go up, take possession, as Yahweh the God of your fathers has spoken to do. Don't be afraid, neither be dismayed.
Oh, nice little rhyme there.
Don't be afraid, neither be dismayed. I wonder if the other translations have it rhyming.
No fear, no
Probably
smear.
not.
I highly doubt that they have it rhyming.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not Tyndale. They didn't like it dismayed.
Neither be afraid, nor be dismayed. What does it actually say? Now we gotta
No,
check.
now we gotta check. Now we gotta
Alright,
check.
go for it,
Hold
go
on.
for it. Yeah.
Let's compare
21.
translations. This is Deuteronomy.
Yeah, verse 21.
21.
Deuteronomy 1:21.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's see.
Good old Tyndale. Who knew that he was going to be such a pal?
Right? Okay.
Such a balm in times of need.
Indeed.
Behold, the Lord thy God hath set the land before thee. Goo up. That's Goo. Goo up and conquer it, as the Lord God of thy fathers saith unto thee. Fear not, neither be thee discouraged.
It's discouraged.
Discouraged, you're right.
Discouraged.
Yeah.
Goop.
Yeah, that doesn't rhyme.
Goo up.
Nice try. Goo. Love it.
I love
Alright.
the Tyndale Bible. It's so cool.
It is. It's pretty cool. You came near to me, every one of you, and said, let us send men before us, that they may search the land for us, and bring us word again of the way by which we must go up, and the cities to which we shall come. The thing, what?
I just realized what's happening right now.
To recap,
What is happening? Will you please enlighten me? He's just talking on a hill or something.
This is like the beginning of an episode of Lost, where one of
like
the characters at the
previously.
beginning says previously on the Israelites, right? This is like the beginning of the season recap that Moses is giving of like, let's all remember where we
I
came
guess,
from.
thank goodness.
Yeah, I think that's useful. But yeah, so this is Moses doing the previously on Tale of the Israelites.
Okay. So let us send. Oh, you came near to me, blah, blah, blah. The thing pleased me well. I took 12 men of you, 1 man for every tribe, and they turned and went up to the hill country and came to the valley of Eshcol and spied it out. Oh, I like that. They spied it out. They took of the fruit of the land in their hands and brought it down to us and brought us word again and said, it is a good land which Yahweh our God gives to us. Yet you wouldn't go up, but rebelled against the commandment of Yahweh your God. Was that 2 were good and 3 were bad and 4 were bad? Yeah.
It's getting much more complicated now.
I like that. It's like
And 4 were okay.
2 were good and 3 were sort of good and 4 were pretty bad and 5 were terrible. And
5 were asses. Yep,
boy.
that's it. You called it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You murmured.
Yeah, that's it.
You murmured in your tents and said, because Yahweh hated us, he has brought us forth out of the land of Egypt to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. Why are we going up? Our brothers have made...
Where are we going up?
Where are we going up?
Doesn't make any sense either.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like, what? Okay, why or where? What are we doing? No idea. Our brothers have made our heart to melt, saying, the people are greater and taller than we. The cities are great and fortified up to the sky. And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakim there.
Anakin Skywalker?
Skywalker?
Yeah.
It's Anakim, but...
They're talking about the clones, right? The stormtroopers.
Yeah,
Those are the
exactly.
sons.
All the Jango Fetts.
Yeah, they're bigger
around.
and taller.
Is this another word for Nephilim?
Yeah, I don't know. Should we?
Who?
I already put it in the bonus content.
Okay, all right. We'll look it up. Great.
What, you mean Anakin?
Anakim.
Anakim.
Anakin.
Sons of the Anakim.
Skywalker.
Cool. And Akimbo?
Cool.
Okay.
Then I said to you, don't dread, neither be afraid of them. Yahweh your God who goes before you, he will fight for you according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes, and in the wilderness where you have seen how that Yahweh your God bore you, as a man does bear his son, in all the way that you went until you came to this place. Yet in this thing you didn't believe Yahweh your God, who went before you in the way to seek you out a place to pitch your tent in.
It's been a while.
It really has. I got a drink. Sorry.
We drink for pitching tents for sure.
He went before you in the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. In fire by night to show you by what way you should go, and in the cloud by day. The cloud? Like
Yeah.
the
there was
cloud?
The fire. No, Emily. No, it was, the fire, the pillar of fire and the pillar of cloud by day. That was how he...
Okay, that's what he's talking about. Oh, yeah,
that's what he's
fire by
talking
night
about.
and cloud by
You got
day.
it.
Got it. I remember now. Yahweh heard the voice of your words and was angry and swore. Whoa.
Dang it.
Shoot. Crap.
Like
Saying,
that's our swears. That's great.
dang it, crap, shoot.
Dang it.
Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see the good land which I swore to give to your fathers, save Caleb the son of Juniper, Jephunneh.
Every single time Caleb's dad's name changes.
Jephunneh?
Like juniper?
Juniper
berries.
Juniper berry.
Jephunneh.
Jephunneh, he shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he has trodden on, and to his children, because he has wholly followed Yahweh. Also, Yahweh was angry with me for your sake, saying, you shall not go in there. Joshua the son of Nun, who stands before you, he shall go in there. Wow, I love how Moses is like, also like, Yahweh did me a big sadness here. Big disservice, but we're going to talk about it because I'm
He's like, by the way,
recapping.
Yahweh was mad at me. Okay,
Because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof,
Yeah, exactly.
That's rough.
So Joshua's going to go in there. He shall go in there, encourage you him. So you need to encourage him?
Yep.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like the opposite, but okay. For he shall cause Israel to inherit it. Okay. Like it meaning
The land.
The land. He's
Yeah.
gonna
all of
go.
it?
What
He's
else
gonna
could
go
it
do
be?
it.
Just Joshua is going to be the one who's going to help you and inherit it. By it, we mean the land.
okay.
Yeah.
Such a sassy lady. Moreover, your little ones, whom you said should be a prey, and your children, who this day have no knowledge of good or evil, they shall go in there, and to them I will give it, and they shall possess it. Meaning the land again?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. But as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by way to the Red Sea. Then you answered and said to me, we have sinned against Yahweh. We will go up and fight according to all that Yahweh our God commands us. Okay, this is like all the people said this.
Right.
You girded me, gird your loins, on every man his weapons of war, and were followed.
Nope.
Or forward, and were... excuse me, forward to go up to the hill country. Yahweh said to me, tell them, don't go up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest you be struck before your enemies.
Yeah, I forgot that this happened.
I remember this.
Where, like they didn't go fight the Canaanites. And then Moses was like, Yahweh's pissed at all of y'all for this, and you're going to suffer to wander, and you're all going to die, and your kids will finally inherit this land. And then they're like, oh, we'll go fight this other fight up in this hill. We'll do it. And, and Moses was like, no. Yahweh's not with us. Don't do it. And they all went anyway, and they all died.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks. Well, so I spoke to you, and you didn't listen, but you rebelled against the commandment of Yahweh, and were presumptuous, and went up into the hill country. The Amorites who lived in that hill country came out against you and chased you as bees do.
Wow,
that's so good.
Like bees.
They chased you like bees do.
Okay, hang on. Okay, question.
Yeah.
Only if you have if you're a bear and have some honey on you or something.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, why is it bees become the object of the metaphor? I'm like, why can't it be like bears do, like jackals do, like poisonous snakes do? Like, why is it chasing you like bees do?
Poisonous snakes chase people?
Because the bees, they all chase
swarm.
you.
Oh, they all chase you.
Like
That's
one
true.
bear's going to chase you, but all the bees are going to chase you.
And you're going to be like waving your hands around like Kermit the Frog the whole time. Like,
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Just like that. I love that. Okay, so as bees do, and beat you down and sear.
Okay,
Beat you down. This is so good.
And beat you down, these bees.
Can we look up what the message says? I want to know if the message specifically says bees.
Oh, if it says bees.
Yeah.
I'm more
beat
interested
you down
in
and sear even to Horma.
Yeah.
Or Horma.
To Horma, all the way to Horma.
Like Horma the Norma. Yeah. Okay.
My favorite part of it is beat you down. Like, I feel like this translation suddenly became super modern because it's making a Cards Against Humanity reference with the bees.
Oh, right.
And then it's also
Bees?
saying beat down.
I mean, I think bees are objectively funny, honestly. Maybe unless you're allergic to them, but I think just bees in general it's just a funny image. What's the message say?
There was an Atlantic article that said that bees were the most important beings on the entire planet.
Yes, they're very important, but they're also very funny.
They're adorable. I love bees. Okay, what does the message say?
They're important because they remind us to inject humor into our world.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, here's the message.
I love that.
The message says, and those Amorites who had lived in those hills all their lives swarmed all over you like a hive of bees, chasing you from Seir all the way to Horma, a stinging defeat. Oh, snap.
Nice job.
That was a little on the nose message. Come on.
I liked it.
Stinging defeat.
Okay. Here.
Who is the person who was like, oh, I'm going to add this. Let's do this. A stinging defeat.
I love it because the message was all pretty much written by one guy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And I love that he
This
got
guy.
to this and he's like coming up with like, okay, how do I translate this? And he's like, oh, I got a good one.
He was like, he probably was reading the Bible as well, and he was like, bees? And then he was like, oh, a stinging defeat. We gotta do this.
So much. Okay, we're almost to the end of this chapter.
Okay.
All right. You returned and wept before Yahweh. Well, those of you who didn't die.
Yeah.
But Yahweh didn't listen to your voice, nor gave ear to you. That just reminds me of Yahweh handing over an ear.
Very Vincent Van Gogh.
It makes me think of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Do you remember
right.
this?
Yes.
When he says to friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. And they all throw their ears at him. And it was just really weird and not a good joke. But I remember it.
So you abode in Kadesh many days, according to the days that you abode there. I don't know why I find that so funny.
It is a funny turn of phrase.
You stayed in Kadesh for as many days as you stayed there. Is basically what it translates to.
I forget how many days, but it was the number of days that you
said
there.
How long were you in Japan? Like, we were in Japan for as long as we were there.
Yeah.
All
wow,
right.
Deuteronomy. Thanks, Moses, for that recap. Thanks so much.
Okay. Oh, I think the recap
it's
continues.
not done. Yeah.
It is not done.
I'm sure it's not.
Hey.
What I will say, instead of reading the whole book of Numbers, we could have just read that one chapter, or maybe this next one.
Oh, okay.
And then we would have gotten it.
We're up to speed.
Yeah.
Well, we're reading the whole dang Bible, so here we go.
That's true.
The whole ding-dang Deuteronomy number 2. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea, as Yahweh spoke to me. And we compassed, there it is, we compassed Mount Seir.
Oh, yeah, we went around it.
Many days. Yahweh spoke to me, saying, "You have compassed this mountain long enough."
Wow.
You just keep going in circles.
I've had enough compassing.
Enough. I'm tired of them getting dizzy. Turn you northward. Command you the people, saying, "You are to pass through the border of your brothers, the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
and they will be afraid of you."
Did this happen?
I don't remember them mentioning Esau.
Yeah.
This is news to me.
Did they not? Remember, there were various people they sent the message to being like, hey, we're going to pass through and like not mess with anything. And then they said no. Was it not one of them?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was Esau.
Okay.
Take good heed to yourselves, therefore. Don't contend with them, for I will not give you of their land. No, not so much.
I didn't even mean to read that. It's just
No.
Nope.
Not so much as for the sole of the foot to tread on, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau for a possession. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
It's good that Yahweh's looking out for Esau, too. Not just 100% playing favorites with Jacob.
Yeah.
Okay. You shall purchase food of them for money that you may eat, and you shall also buy water of them for money that you may drink. For Yahweh your God has blessed you in all the work of your hand. He has known your walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years Yahweh your God has been with you. You have lacked nothing.
Wow. That's really
a little bit of gaslighting here.
Generous. Yeah.
I'm going to open a second drink here.
You open your second drink.
This one is a cut with tea shochu?
Yeah.
Is that what that says?
Yeah, it's like a green tea chuhai.
Okay, so it's like a chuhai with green tea?
I've tended to avoid those because they're not quite so tasty to me. Like,
oh, really?
I love green tea and I love chuhais, but
whoa.
Yeah, how's
that
it like?
really smells like green tea.
Well, it's good. That's how it's supposed to smell, I suppose.
What?
Can I try it?
That is weird. That is super weird. It tastes
Is it like
I'm drinking like a not very tasty green tea.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But like it doesn't like when I think
Ew.
chuhai, I think sweet.
Yeah.
And this is not sweetened at all. It's like just like
Ew.
green tea.
Yeah, it's weird because I love
With
green
booze.
tea.
but like green tea and beer?
No, with
like-
like booze, with alcohol in it.
Oh.
If you imagine like a green tea vodka, maybe like an iced green tea
Basically.
vodka, that would probably be.
I don't want to
similar.
imagine that.
Yeah, it's just this like green tea itself is already like has a little bit of bitterness. It's good on its own. And then vodka
Yeah.
has, or hard alcohol has, of course, this like stinging bitterness.
Gasoline.
And then combining the two is just a little bit much.
It is weird, yeah.
I tend to not be into it so much.
I also it had a lot of condensation on it, which I got all over my mouse, and now
Love
my mouse
it.
is wet.
No,
and it's
everything's
just
ruined.
wow.
So I'm going to
Everything's
keep
ruined.
reading the Bible.
Okay, yeah, do it.
Cool.
So
Do
we
it.
passed by from our brothers, the children of Esau, who dwell in Seir, from the way of the Arabah, from Eloth, and from Ezion Gerber baby. Ezion.
Wait, what?
Ezion Gerber baby. Gerber baby, yeah.
Gibber.
Gerber baby, yeah.
We turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. Yahweh said to me, "Don't bother Moab."
oh, I see.
Don't you bother him. I like that guy.
Except they did. Don't bother Moab, neither contend with them in battle, for I will not give you of his land for a possession, because I have given Ar to the children of Lot for a possession. Ooh. This is in parentheses. The Emim lived therein before, a people great and many and tall as the Anakim.
Jeez, he loves tall people.
These also are accounted Rephaim as the Anakim, but the Moabites call them Emim.
Are you? What language are you speaking right now?
We're still in a parenthetical phrase here. The Horites also lived in Seir before, but the children of Esau succeeded them, and they destroyed them from before them, and lived in their place, as Israel did to the land of his possession, which Yahweh gave to them. Got a whole little footnote here, basically, or it should have been a footnote.
Yeah.
Okay, now rise up and get you over the brook Zered. Get you over there. The brook Zered. We went over the brook Zered. The days in
you remember that, everyone? We went over that brook.
Remember that happened?
The days in which we came from Kadesh Barnacle until we were come over the brook Zered were 38 years. Goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah. Until all the generation...
Are they moving at a snail's pace?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it took them a while.
Until all the generation of the men of war were consumed from the midst of the camp, as Yahweh swore to them. Moreover, the hand of Yahweh was against them to destroy them from the midst of the camp until they were consumed. So it happened, when all the men of war were consumed and dead from among the people, that Yahweh spoke to me, saying, You are this day to pass over the border of Moab, and when you come near over against the children of Ammon, don't bother them, nor contend with them, for I will not give you of the land to the children of Ammon for a possession, because I've given it to the children of Lot for a possession. Oh boy,
he really does play favorites, and I mean, I do appreciate the fact that God seems to remember everyone that he's given stuff to, and he's like,
that's true, yeah.
Don't go kill those people because I've already been cool to them, and I need to keep being cool to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just not make it weird cool.
He's like, but these Canaanites, I've never really known them, so go nuts. Just rape, pillage, kill, do whatever you want. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Here's another parenthetical phrase. That also is accounted a land of Rephaim. Rephaim lived therein before, but the Ammonites call them Zamzumim.
Zim Zam Zoom. Zip Zap Zap.
Zamzumim. A people great and many and also tall as the Anakim. Important. Oh, but Yahweh destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and lived in their place, as he did for the children of Esau who dwell in Seir, when he destroyed the Horites from before them, and they succeeded them and lived in their place even to this day. And the Avim, who lived in villages as far as Gaza, the Kaphtorim, who came forth out of Kaphtor, destroyed them and lived in their place. Love those Zamzumim are great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the parenthetical phrase.
I feel like we do really need to take a trip to this part of the world, because I just have no concept of how far these places are from each other.
Well,
what
Drunk Bible Study Holy Land Tour. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Love it. I will say,
Jace is a 2% Jewish Ashkenazi.
It's definitely not enough to go on a birthright tour.
No, I don't think I qualify for that.
If you marry a Jew, though, they can bring you along.
Okay, well,
just for the birthright.
I knew someone who married a Jew literally just to go on the birthright.
Wow, that's interesting.
If we have any Jewish listeners who are interested in marriage, let me know.
But no.
Drunk Bible Study.
No. Listen though. We don't gotta go on a birthright tour. I've been to the Holy Land. I'll be your tour guide.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
I had a great time.
I went to Tel Aviv.
Yeah, no, I went to Jerusalem and Tel Aviv.
Let's go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing next week, Em?
You're going to be in Tel Aviv is what you're going to be doing. I'm telling you.
Probably something.
Okay.
Live from Tel Aviv. It's drunk Saturday night.
Okay. Rise you up, take your journey, and pass over the valley of the Arnon. That sounds like a Lord of the Rings name.
It does, yeah, I like
Behold, I have given into your hand Sihon, the Amorite, king of Heshbon and his land. Begin to possess it, and contend with him in battle.
In battle.
This day will I begin to put the dread of you and the fear of you on the peoples who are under the whole sky.
Whoa.
Who shall hear the report of you and shall tremble and be in anguish because of you.
I remember that happening.
Uh-huh.
Who's he talking about? God?
Yahweh.
Is God?
What?
He's talking about God?
No.
Who's talking about it?
Yahweh is speaking.
Yes, and he's telling them, I'm going to make everyone afraid of you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right, because remember, he's just been saying, you're going to go through this land, but don't touch it. You're going to pay for stuff while you're there. And then he's like, you're going to go through this other land, but don't touch it. It's not for you. And then the next one, he's like, don't touch that one either. It's also not for you. I gave that to Lot's kids. And then he's like, but then you're going to...
Everyone's going to be freaking scared of y'all because y'all coming for us.
Yeah, because you're going to start taking this land.
Yeah.
Sihon the Amorite, king of Heshbon, and his land.
Yes, exactly.
That's where it's going to start.
Sweet.
Oh, here we go. Okay, this is a recap also. I sent messengers out of the wilderness of Kedemoth to Sihon, king of Heshbon, with words of peace, saying, let me pass through your land. I will go along by the highway. I will turn neither to the right hand nor to the left. You shall sell me food for money that I may eat, and give me water for money that I may drink. Only let me pass through on my feet, as the children of Esau who dwell in Seir and the Moabites who dwell in Ar did to me, until I shall pass over the Jordan into the land which Yahweh our God gives us.
Yeah, okay. So we heard about these ones that said no to them. What we missed in Numbers was the people who said yes.
Exactly.
Which was Esau and whoever.
And the Moabites, yeah.
But this guy...
Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass by him. For Yahweh your God hardened his spirit and made his heart obstinate, that he might deliver him into your hand, as at this day.
And like,
Okay, I'm sorry. I really, it's like Yahweh hardens these people's hearts just to make like a point out of them. What? An
example?
He's like, an example. He's like, everyone, look at this. Look at these people.
Well, that is
they don't love us. They don't love you. You're going to kill them.
right.
That is the kind of funny thing, is the first time we got this story, it was just that the Israelites were like, hey, let us pass through your land. Like, we'll be cool. And they're like, no. And for some reason sent out everyone to try to kill them. And then conveniently we killed them instead.
Right.
And now we get their land. But here, it is funny that it's specifically Yahweh's like, hey, you're going to take these people's land. Then we came and we're like, hey, let's just pass through. Like, let us just pass through. We're not going to take your land. And they're like, no. And so it is this weird combination of like, what was your actual motivation? I think it's just convenient for you to be like, we tried to ask them nicely. We tried.
Yeah,
and then they really brought it on themselves.
He's just making all the people think that. But then actually he was like, but I'm going to harden this guy's heart and show them how powerful I am. And then they'll love me more. Cool.
Right. I mean, an alternate option is it did happen where they went through and like we tried to pass through because we're trying to get to Canaan where we're actually going to, mess people up. And these people said no and we killed them. And then retroactively we're like, Yahweh told us to do that all along.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It's hard to say which is which. Because in this case, even in this book, we're not getting this saying Yahweh said, but Moses said that Yahweh said.
Yeah, which is weird.
And there's also...
This is probably the longest speech Moses has ever had.
Yeah,
the longest he's ever gotten to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then the first telling of the story, we also didn't get this nuance of like, oh, well, Yahweh hardened his heart. That's why he said no, like we got with Pharaoh way back in Exodus.
Yep.
That again, that's also this weird retroactive thing of like, oh, no, that was supposed to happen. Yahweh wanted it to happen that way, that we were rejected. Yahweh did that.
Yeah.
Okay, 31. Yahweh said to me, behold, I have begun to deliver up Sihon and his land before you. Begin to possess it, that you may inherit his land. Then Sihon came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Jahaz.
Jahaz hands.
Jahaz.
Yahweh our God delivered him up before us, and we struck him and his sons and all his people. We took all his cities at that time and utterly destroyed every inhabited city. With the women and the little ones, we left none remaining. Cool brag, bro.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah,
nice.
wow.
Way to flex.
Yeah, man, like, thanks for that sick dig.
Love
like,
it.
whoa.
Only the cattle we took for a prey to ourselves, and the spoil of the cities which we had taken, because the cattle are more valuable to us than the women.
The women and children.
Even the women.
And everyone.
Okay, from Aurora, which is on the edge of the valley of the Arnon, and from the city that is in the valley, even to Gilead, there was not a city too high for us. Yahweh our God delivered up all before us. Only to the land of the children of Ammon you didn't come near. All the side of the river Jabbok, and the cities of the hill country, and wherever Yahweh our God forbade us. That's the end of the chapter.
Wow. Jabbok makes me think of like the Jabberwock.
Yeah,
Jabberwock,
I think we made that observation at least once before.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
I'm sorry to bore you with my commentary on the Bible.
Oh,
So
goodness.
I wonder if like most of this. Well, by the way, how many chapters are in Deuteronomy?
Let's see. There are 34 chapters. So it's almost like, so Numbers was 36 chapters.
Okay.
Almost the same amount.
Okay. All right. So it's roughly the same.
Yeah.
Let's see though. How many episodes was Numbers though? Because it depends also how long.
Yeah, so let's see. Deuteronomy is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 episodes is going to be Deuteronomy. How many episodes was Numbers?
15, 16, 15.
Okay, so slightly longer in Numbers.
Yeah.
So
Deuteronomy
how many
will be-
weeks left are in the year?
Wait, which year?
This year?
This year, 2019, Jason.
I see. Okay, by the end of 2019, we will be in Joshua. We'll be like a
Whoa.
little bit into Joshua,
Yeah.
which is the book after Deuteronomy.
So we'll get there.
Yeah. We're also going to get
Cool.
one sneaky little psalm thrown in.
Oh, another one of those sprinkly psalms.
Ooh.
Sprinkly psalm. I like that.
Yeah,
good.
that's cool. Lovely.
Another little sprinkly
Wow.
psalm in there. Psalm 91 is going to be coming up in November. It'll be a little post-Thanksgiving treat for everybody in America, that is. Yeah, and then I guess we could call this our Christmas episode. Will be Joshua 12 through
Love
15.
it.
So that'll be interesting.
How appropriate.
Wow.
Is it though?
I don't know.
Is that appropriate?
Once we
What?
get there, we'll see.
It's
I
not
don't
about
think it's gonna be
Jesus.
appropriate. No, there's definitely not going to be anything about Jesus.
Maybe we should do something special for Christmas. I don't know.
We didn't do anything for Christmas last year.
Yeah, but it doesn't, just because we did it last year or didn't do it last year doesn't mean we can't do it this
Okay,
year.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
No, we'll think about that. If anyone has suggestions, tweet at us at Drunk Bible Study.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's
Wow.
going to happen next time, you think?
More of this because we're not done with this sordid tale.
Yeah, we haven't caught up yet.
No, I still got to get up to speed.
Okay, I predict one more chapter of recap.
Okay.
I think one
Okay.
more, because like based on the pace that it's been going, I think one more chapter is going to be like, then the next ones that we said like we'll pass through, no big deal, and then we conquer them. That'll happen, and then splitting up, like deciding where we're going to. Oh no, it'll be who was it that stayed behind on the other side of the Jordan, who claimed those lands?
Manasseh? Was that
Reuben?
Manasseh or Reuben?
Manasseh and Reuben, I think
Okay,
both
yeah.
had their
Yeah.
tribes stay back.
Right.
But then they're like, no, but we'll go with you. And I think after the next chapter, after chapter 3, is probably when we'll be caught up. And then we're going to go fight. That's my
Okay.
prediction.
All right.
Maybe
okay.
that's too fast paced for the
whom?
Bible.
That's probably pretty fast paced considering how the last 3 books have been just a lot of laws and recap of laws and a lot
Yeah.
of stories of like how the Israelites have messed up over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is fascinating. Just I think of Moses in a bar or a tavern, like after a big fight, and then he, all of a sudden just it breaks out into this long story with like a giant mug of beer in his hand, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna talk to you about what we just did, everyone. I'm gonna like." Tickle
letting-
your fancy here.
He's letting off some steam. He's like,
Been
no one.
40 long years.
Yes, I've
Ooh,
had
let me
to
tell
listen
you.
to Yahweh. 40 years. He never asks me how I'm doing. He never asks
No.
how my wife
He
and kids are
doesn't
doing.
care.
He's just like, hey, just tell the Israelites this. And then I go tell the Israelites. And then they come to me and they're like, well, why did Yahweh say that? Well, I don't want to do that. Well, why are you in charge? And so then I have to deal with crap from
That's
the
a
Israelites.
lot of years of being the middleman.
Exactly. Poor Moses. He
Yeah.
deserves that big mug of frosty beer. That's
Yeah.
what I think. At least before he
You're right.
dies, give the man a beer, for goodness sake.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, can you imagine like knowing when you're going to die?
I mean, he doesn't
yikes.
know the exact time,
He just knows he will.
just that it'll be before they go to Canaan.
Yeah.
But that's scary. That's like at the end of Game of Thrones when the red woman was like, Varys, you will come back here one more time before you die. And he was like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, it'd be kind of
Yeah.
rough.
and it's like that.
Well, I guess we'll see you all in a bit to get on to more duders. But before we are done here, we would like to make a very special toast to the one and only Sherry, my mom. Wow.
I don't know
No,
what it is.
really.
Like, why?
What?
our collective moms.
My
this
mom
show.
still has
We need to
not
get-
yet. I need to
Get her on that train. Come on.
I need
Come
to
on.
pressure her about that.
Yeah.
You know
do.
what? Maybe this. Okay, so my mom's going in for surgery soon.
Okay.
Which is actually that's a worrying, sad thing, and I'm sorry that she has to do that. However, it means she'll have a lot of time to listen to podcasts.
Oh my goodness.
And maybe I can leverage this and be like, "Hey, Mom, so you're going to be recovering. I'm going to come up and visit you for part of it. What if you listen to Drunk Bible Study while you're doing it?
And will you please put it on the fridge?
Put my podcast on your fridge."
Oh,
It's been a while since you've put something of mine on the fridge.
that's very sweet.
Aw.
Okay, well, in the
and
meantime-
that'll help make her laugh in, a time of need for sure.
Maybe.
We hope.
I
We
hope
hope
so.
that this is funny to y'all out there. But yeah, and thank you to my mom, a toast, for being a $12 patron.
Yeah.
Y'all want a toast out there? Yeah,
Delicious.
clink. for
Cheers.
Sherry.
Cheers to Sherry. Thank you so much
Cheers, Mom.
for all that you do for our podcast and for hanging out with us and laughing about the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
thank you all for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including ad-free episodes, early releases, getting a personal toast on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. Find us on Twitter at DrunkBibleCast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or you can send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Emily Matlack, Jace Lindgren, and me, Dedeker Winston. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. The theme song for the Book of Numbers is Truth in the Stones by Kevin MacLeod. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.